behold, blessed Franz Jagerstatter, a repentant young man. Remember that first reading was so many sins of Israel, and they repented, and God kept forgiving them. This young man, whose wife, by God's grace, helped him to become a model husband, father, and convinced disciple of Christ, who put God first, even before family and country. Franz Jagerstatter was born in Austria in 1907. He was an out-of-wedlock son of a maidservant and was raised by his grandmother, a deeply pious woman. Young Franz had a reputation for being a bit wild, and this was supported by the fact that he fathered a daughter out of wedlock himself in 1933. He was the leader of a local motorcycle gang. He was arrested for participating in a street brawl in 1934. But on Holy Thursday in 1936, he married Franziska, a devout Catholic woman. This marriage proved to be the turning point in his life. The two began praying together, family prayer, and Franz began studying the Bible and taking a particular interest in the lives of the saints. Later, he wrote that the Bible became the couple's guide for everyday life. He said, "We helped one another go forward in faith." Franz began serving as a sexton in the parish while being a full-time farmer and attending daily mass. He openly rejected the Nazi annexation of Austria in March of 1938. He also declared that he would not stand for Hitler's suppression of the church and the Nazi euthanasia program to eliminate more than 300,000 mentally and physically disabled people, including so many children. Jagerstatter was called up for military service on February 23rd, 1943. He refused to take an oath of loyalty to Adolf Hitler. He was immediately arrested and transported to a holding cell in Linz, Austria, where he remained until May the 4th, 1943, at which time he was transferred to Berlin to await trial. A priest from his village visited him while he was in jail and tried to talk him into just saying the oath and into serving in the military, but he was not convinced. And when word reached him that an Austrian priest, Franz Reinisch, had been executed for refusing to take Hitler's loyalty oath, he was even more determined to hold fast. He was subsequently court-martialed and sentenced to death on July the 6th, 1943. According to an excerpt from the court-martial hearing, Franz informed the military officials that due to my religious views, I would be acting against my conscience were I to fight for the Nazi state. He said he could not be both a Nazi and a Catholic. He added that there were some things in which one must obey God more than men. And after his trial, Jagerstatter was executed by guillotine on the afternoon of August the 9th, 1943. And after the war, his ashes were buried in the local cemetery in his village, St. Radegund, Austria. And here's something. In 1997, the Austrian bishops voted unanimously to support his cause for beatification. The Vatican officially confirmed Jagerstatter's martyrdom on June the 1st, 2007. And best of all, his wife and 3 daughters gathered in Linz Cathedral in Austria on October the 26th, 2007, to observe his official beatification by Pope Benedict XVI. That's just a few years ago. here is a man who became, after a wild youth, became a great advocate of peace and of nonviolence and of always putting God and in the right order first, even before family and country. Amen.
Amen.